It's 10 trivia questions from a confidence round where the questions and answers are totally random. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out my show, and thanks for leaving so many great iTunes reviews. We had 2 more in the last couple days. We're up to 288 right now. One is from Max A Trillion, and Max A Trillion 245 on 8221 said, "Great show. Our family has been listening for a while on car rides, and we love it. So thank you so much, Max. Send me an email, ryanbuds@gmail.com, so I can send you some fun swag." Also, Leslie the Mom left a review on 8321. Easy to listen to. Love the fact that the host gets right to the trivia without half each episode devoted to nonsense. Ryan is delightful. Each week is something different, challenging my mind and brain. Thank you, Leslie the Mom. This is the No Nonsense Trivia Podcast. You heard it here from Leslie first. Now, Leslie, if you go back and listen to the early episodes of this show, it was very much nonsense because there were guests and it was really long. Certain episodes were like an hour and a half, and I realized pretty quick from just people emailing me and honestly just recording it myself, I'm like, this is too long. People that like trivia just like a little dose of trivia. So when I switched over to the daily format, we really just kind of started focusing on that. Every once in a while, I'll have a guest on or a guest host or something to do something different, but I do think it's fun. There's not a lot of trivia. There's a lot of trivia podcasts where people kind of talk and you get to know the hosts, and maybe that's why you listen, or sometimes maybe not listen, but there's not a ton of trivia podcasts that just deliver trivia. I've mentioned it before. My podcast was inspired by James in the UK, who has Pod Quiz. Pod Quiz. If you guys are looking for another one, go check out Pod Quiz. His has been running since like the beginning of podcast days, like early 2000s or mid 2000s, and he's put it up every week for years and years and years. So go check out Pod Quiz if you like my show. That's another great little dose of, I think, 20 questions every week. All right, today's episode is a confidence round, 10 totally random questions. You got to figure out the answers, and we're going to start those right now. Here we go. It's confidence round trivia. Here's question number 1. What does the J in JCPenney stand for? We're talking about the department store. Number 1, what does the J in JCPenney stand for? Number 1. Question number 2, what's another name for headgear for a dangerous dog? What's another name for headgear for a dangerous dog? Number 2. And number 3, Bill Amend is an American cartoonist known for what comic strip that's also a dance? Number 3, Bill Amend is an American cartoonist known for what comic strip that's also a dance? Question number 4, Don't Cry For Me, Argentina is a song from what concept album and film? Number 4, Don't Cry For Me, Argentina is a song from what concept album and film? Question number 5, what phrase is used as the monetary distribution to a stockholder? Number 5, what phrase is used as the monetary distribution to a stockholder? Question number 6, I'll have what she's having is a quote from what romantic comedy? I'll have what she's having is a quote from what romantic comedy? Number 7, what is Dora the Explorer's male cousin's name? Number 7, what is Dora the Explorer's male cousin's name? Number 8, who wrote the Joy Luck Club? Who wrote the Joy Luck Club? Number 8. And number 9, what was the only way for a lady to ride a horse until breeches became more popular in the 20th century? What was the only way for a lady to ride a horse until breeches became more popular in the 20th century? And your final question for today, in what state did the show Northern Exposure take place? In what state did Northern Exposure take place? Those are all of your questions for the confidence round. Random answers are hopefully filling your mind as you write these down or yell them out with your loved ones on a road trip. We'll be right back with the answers in just a second. We are back with the answers to confidence round trivia. Let's see how you did. Number 1, what does the J in JCPenney stand for? That is James. James Penny. Number 2, what is another name for headgear for a dangerous dog? A muzzle. Muzzle, Muzzle. Number 3, Bill Amend created a comic strip I used to read a lot called Foxtrot. Foxtrot, with a nerdy son named Jason and Paige, and I forget the other kid's name. But great little comic strip from the 90s. Number 3, Foxtrot. I think it's still around. Number 4, Don't Cry For Me, Argentina is a song from what concept album and film? That's Evita with Madonna. Evita. Number 5, what phrase is used as the monetary distribution to a stockholder? That's the dividend. Paying dividends. Number 5. Number 6, I'll Have What She's Having is a quote from what romantic comedy? When Harry Met Sally. Number 6, When Harry Met Sally. Billy Crystal, Meg Ryan. Number 7, what is Dora the Explorer's male cousin's name? Diego. Diego. And number 8, who wrote the Joy Luck Club? This was a pick at Barnes & Noble when I was there the other day. One of the people that worked there on a shelf, it was like, employee picks. I've never read it. I should read it. It's by Amy Tan, the Joy Luck Club, Amy Tan. Number 9, what was the only way for a lady to ride a horse until breeches became more popular in the 20th century? That was side saddle, had to ride side saddle. And number 10, in what state did the show Northern Exposure take place? That was way up in Alaska. Exposure, keyword there helping you out, Alaska. And there you have it. Another confidence round quiz from me to you. We have a fact of the day for you, and the fact is that there were active volcanoes on the moon when dinosaurs were alive. How about that? Active volcanoes on the moon when dinosaurs were alive. Now you know if you didn't know. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Thanks for leaving iTunes reviews. Thanks for supporting the show on Patreon at patreon.com/triviawithbuds. And big shout out to brand new Patreon subscriber John Mieljevic, who just joined the $5 tier. Thank you so much, John. We'll see you next time for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.